Welcome to Uluru. This is one of the most iconic natural wonders on the planet, set in the vast, breathtaking expanse of the Australian Outback. Uluru, also known as Ayers Rock, is a massive sandstone monolith, a sacred site to the traditional owners. This site is known for its natural beauty, and it's an opportunity to immerse yourself in the native culture and experience a bit of adventure. This has been on my bucket list for years, and I felt so lucky to be able to finally go thanks to some generous Black Friday discounts that made the trip more affordable. We arrived after an approximately 3-hour flight from Sydney and checked into the Desert Gardens Hotel at Ayers Rock Resort. Ayers Rock Resort is just a stone's throw from Uluru itself. This place is like an oasis in the desert, offering everything from campsites to luxury hotels, complete with full amenities. Desert Gardens Hotel is one of the upper middle range properties, and I chose it because it's the only option that had rooms with views of the rock, but they actually weren't that amazing, so you can skip the room with the view upgrade and save some money. After checking in, we explored the property and the cultural center on site, but you aren't allowed to take photos in there to respect the Aboriginal art. Then we settled in for an early dinner and bedtime to be up at 4 a.m. for our sunrise experience over Uluru. Okay, so we did the sunrise hop-on, hop-off bus, which stops at the sunrise viewing platform, so you get here nice and early, you can see the sunrise, and then it stops around a couple of different parts of the park, so you can really get to explore and see all the different things that this cultural center and amazing hub has to offer. And a few things to note about your experience here. You have to be prepared for the extreme weather. So right now it's really comfortable, but it is about like 6 in the morning. It's gonna peak and get really, really extremely hot very quickly. When we came in yesterday afternoon, it was over like 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's like 45 or 50 Celsius. So insanely hot, extremely high temperatures. So you have to be prepared for that. So sunscreen, ton of water, some kind of protective garment to keep your skin covered and protected, lots and lots of sunscreen, snacks, watch as well. My husband's saying, make sure you have your watch because your phone might overheat, you might lose service, and you need to keep track of the bus schedule if you're doing the hop-on, hop-off bus. If you're driving yourself, it's fine, but if you're relying on the bus system, they run on time and they will leave you, so make sure you have a way to keep track of your schedule.
Let's start over here.
I can't. There's so many flies. For those wanting the full experience, the Uluru Base Walk is a must. It's a roughly 10-kilometer loop that lets you see every face of this incredible monolith. But we decided to do the shorter Malo Walk, which offered a fantastic glimpse into the scenery and culture, and you can also join one of the ranger guided tours that bring stories of Uluru to life. We then headed to the cultural center to check out a local exhibition and shops, but again, no footage inside was allowed. Then it was time to head back to the hotel for lunch, a nap, and some pool time, and then back to Uluru for a sunset excursion. So we are back for a sunset barbecue dinner here at Uluru. I'm so excited about this. They are already setting up the bar. They are unpacking the food. There's going to be all kinds of steaks and sausages and I think some like local cuts of meat as well. So it's going to be awesome. This is one that I booked on Get Your Guide, and I will leave a link to the tour in the description box. But yeah, it's going to be a blast. And of course, you just literally cannot beat this view. So the next morning we were back up again at 4 a.m. for our sunrise tour to Kata Tjuta, which is included in the hop on hop off pass. It may be exhausting, but both parks are different, so it's worth the early a.m. sunrise 2 days in a row, especially knowing you have plenty of time to nap and relax later. Kata Tjuta offers some truly spectacular hiking trails, and if you're up for a bit of adventure, you're in for a treat. The Valley of the Winds Walk is a challenging but incredible rewarding 3-hour loop that takes you deep into the heart of these ancient domes. You can see stunning panoramic views and have a real sense of connection with the landscape. But if you want something a little bit less strenuous like we did, the Wapa Gorge is another fantastic option. It leads you through a beautiful gorge shaded by towering walls of rock, plenty of wind for fresh air, and a glimpse into the unique flora and fauna that thrive in this environment. And just like Uluru, these walks offer unique cultural significance and breathtaking natural beauty. Then a few hours later, so second to last day in Uluru, we had to do something amazing. So we are hopping on a little Scenic flight that's gonna fly over Uluru. I'm really excited about the views. I'm also a little bit nervous because I am very prone to motion sickness and I know I'm gonna get sick on this thing, so I'm just hoping it's worth it. But here's our little plane. So I don't actually know what I was thinking when I booked this, maybe that the plane would be bigger or that there wouldn't be any turbulence, but as the pilot explained, the extreme heat that day caused thermal pockets and that can make things super rocky. So even though the views were unforgettable, I regretfully had to cut this flight short because I started throwing up like crazy. The pilot said that sometimes pretending to pilot the plane with the controllers helps you maintain a sense of stability and control, but the flight conditions and heat just did me in because, by the way, there was really no circulation. Luckily, I could feel it coming and managed to get it all in the sick bag. So, see how I get motion sick on a scenic flight and keep my vomit contained to my sick bag? Very demure, very practical. All right, and unfortunately, our time in Uluru has come to an end. This was such an incredible trip. It was really expensive. It was definitely kind of like one of my bucket list things to do and see, but this site is just so amazing. So if you are in Australia, if you made your way down or thinking about planning the trip and trying to decide your itinerary, I would highly recommend giving this a stop. It was just like such an out of this world spiritual experience and just nothing like anything I've ever seen before. So I definitely encourage you to come check it out for yourself. And if you like this video and liked hanging out with me and want to check out some more of my travel vlogs, I would really appreciate it. If you know someone who would also like this video and find it helpful, please send it to them, and please also like and subscribe. I am really trying to get this channel to 6,000 followers, so I would really appreciate the support if you like this video and you think someone else would like it too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.